Hello everybody, I hope you all well. I've been meaning to make this video for a while actually. Now I finally remember and got around to do it. I had an email from someone in Western Australia a few years ago when I was still living in Sydney. On the email he said, "Hi Harry, I would like to learn from you, but I'm far away from you." So he was from Western Australia and I was living in Sydney. And back then I was not teaching on Skype yet. Now people can learn from me from anywhere as long as they have internet and good computer. So this will be my answer. If you can find a teacher who has a qualification to teach music and many years of experience in teaching, as well as a good player and working musicians, then you will be in the best situation. But if you cannot find a teacher like that, then you should find a teacher who actually working musician, really good player and working as a musician, and also understand theory and have experience in teaching. You should not choose a teacher who actually not a teacher, like only because they know how to play guitar and then they start teaching people how to play guitar. Well, I would not recommend to go somewhere like that. Find a really good teacher, because teaching is a different thing than just playing. If you can speak very good English, for example, it doesn't mean that you can teach English. It's totally different story. If you're a good fighter, for example, it doesn't mean that you can teach martial art. It's totally different thing. Being a fighter and being a coach is different thing. If you can swim very well, it doesn't mean that you can be a swimming teacher. Yeah, it's totally different thing. Teaching and doing is totally different thing. As a kid, I was learning how to play the guitar by learning from friends and learning from people around me, because there are so many good musicians around where I lived when I was a kid. So I was in a lucky situation. And then I started doing lessons when I was a teenager. And then I studied music to become a music teacher. So when I finished my study, I had plenty of experience playing music as a player, but I didn't have that much experience in teaching. But when I was doing gigs and then people start asking me, "Oh, you play really well, can I please take lessons from you?" And then "Oh yeah, sure." And then I started teaching. So based on the study that I did, and also experience, of course, soon after I finished my study, then I actually got a job teaching in a music school. After about 2 years, I started teaching in that school. I didn't think that I was a good teacher at all. I was still learning to become a good teacher. So I gradually improved my skill as a teacher. So it took many years actually for me to be confident that I was a good teacher. Now I have so many years of experience in teaching music. And I have taught so many students that have very good ears but bad sense of rhythm, or vice versa. Have great sense of rhythm but not very good with pitch, or very good with both but not very good with coordination. Because when you play music, you use both right and left hand. Like for example, like we play so we actually have to use two hands to even play one note. Like on the piano you can just hit with one finger, you can already make a good sound. But on the guitar it's a different story. So like this. So you have to be totally coordinated. So some people are really bad with coordination. We have to work on that. So I have experience teaching with all of these different types of students with different strengths and weaknesses. So you wouldn't learn from someone who just finished study from uni but never had any experience teaching music. Well, that wouldn't be my choice. So if I was a student, I would definitely find a teacher who can answer all my questions about music and about how to learn the guitar. I have taught so many people who think that they're tone deaf, can't even sing one note. But after a few months, they can sing in tune. You cannot teach somebody to have beautiful voice, because beautiful voice is either you have it or you don't. But anyone can learn how to sing in tune, because singing is a skill. You just have to learn it. The reason why some kids are not musical and some people are musical, because people grew up in different ways. Yeah, some kids grew up with sports like surfing or football or martial arts or something, and then some people grew up with both. My kids grew up with both. They grew up with martial arts as well as music. But some kids only grew up with music and then they were very, very good with it, without even taking lessons. They can already singing in tune. But some people just have no idea how to sing in tune. But it doesn't mean that they're tone deaf. You can actually learn it. I have taught many people who think they're tone deaf, and after a few months they can actually sing in tune, and they surprise themselves. So if you think you're tone deaf, come and see me and I will teach you how to sing in tune. Now, it doesn't matter how good teacher you have, you need to be a good student yourself. Because it takes two people's effort, the teacher and the student. So you need to have a good teacher to start with, but you need to be a good student to make it work. If you only go to lesson and you never practice at home, well, it's not going to happen. Forget it. Seriously, it will not happen. The teacher only gives you guidance and the method and the way to practice to improve your skill. But you have to go home and apply it and practice as much as you can. And then you will find a question, and then you go back to the teacher again and ask. And the teacher should be able to give you the answer. If not, go to someone else. So it's the teacher's job to give you the answer. So the final answer would be, find a good one. Do some research. Go to their performance. See if they're actually good players. See the way they work with other musicians. See how they perform. See how they sound. If they're good players, go and have lessons. If they're too busy, don't have time for you, be in their waiting list, because it's worth it. Don't find cheap lessons. Find good lessons. Alright, I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comment below and I will answer as soon as I can. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and press the bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss my other videos. All the best, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.